Alright, one more problem today. The monthly cost of a phone plan is $25 plus 10 cents for each minute of long distance calls. Alright, well, phone plans don't work this way anymore usually, but they used to. So, a little outdated problem, but we'll deal with it. Express the monthly cost as a function of x. Alright, so C of x, you pay $25 even if you don't make any calls at all. And then once you start making calls, you pay an extra 10 cents per minute. So per means multiply, so 0.10x. Evaluate C at 50. C at 50. Again, this symbol means we're taking 50 and plugging it in for the x. 25 plus 0.10 times 50. That should be 30, I think. 25 plus 0.10 times 50. 30, I was correct. So, interpret your answer. 50 minutes of long distance calls makes the phone bill $30. If C of x equals 3370, find x and use a complete sentence. Alright, so now we're saying C of x, that's the cost, so now we're saying the cost is 3370, and we want to know what x is. How many minutes is that? So we subtract 25 on both sides. That's 8.7 equals 0.10x. Divide x is 87. So, complete sentence. If the bill is $33.70, then you made 87 minutes of calls in the month. Now, you might notice how I'm writing my answers, and again, this is me primarily. It's not necessarily the way it has to be done. But since they gave me 50, when I write my answer, I put that information first. So here, because they gave me the 50, I started with 50 minutes. And here, since they gave me the cost, I started with the cost. But you don't have to. I mean, it would be just as good to write 87 minutes worth of calls will cost you $33.70. I mean, you don't have to do it that way. It's just the way I like to do it. Whatever information they give me, I like to put that information first in my sentence. Alright, finally, if the number of long distance minutes is never more than 500 in a month, find the domain and range. Alright, so again, minutes, that's our x. So they're telling you the maximum for the x is 500, and the minimum, of course, is 0. Right? Maybe you don't make any long distance calls in a month. And then our range, we would take 0 and plug it in there. When I plug it in there, I'm going to get 25. So it's going to cost me $25 just to have the phone hooked up. And then the maximum I'm ever going to pay, I take 500 and plug it in there. Is $75. I just plugged 500 in for x right there, and I got 75. So my domain is between 0 and 500. My range is between $25 and $75. Alright, so I will have more videos for you for class on Monday, and then if all goes well, I should be back to class on Wednesday.